good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time you take a look at this video. I just wanted to kind of give a briefing about this video. It's another recipe that I had just sort of conjured up. You know, I call these my taste bud recipes because it's all based on what my taste buds sort of dictate what I put in the recipe. So today, again, it's another pasta meal. Again, this time I did use a little bit of shredded chicken in this recipe just because my husband was like, I need some meat. He's like, I know you're trying to do this whole vegetarian slash vegan slash no meat kind of things, but I need some meat. So I did put a little bit of shredded chicken breast in the recipe. Anyway, it's pasta, a nice beautiful salad, and again my trusted delicious cheesy garlic bread. I hope you enjoy it, and then there's a little special treat at the end where I don't actually show myself sampling the recipe, but I had a couple of friends of mine sample it because it's the first time I ever made it. I mean, again, pasta, you almost can't go wrong. You can pretty much dump whatever you want in a pasta dish. There's no right or wrong. You just want it to taste good and you want other people to enjoy it. So that's kind of what we did today. And it's a little laughter at the end of the video, so stay tuned. I hope you all having a beautiful, blessed, prosperous, healthy, safe Sunday. Thank you again for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please share them, please like them, and definitely subscribe. Thank y'all. Okay, so let's get started. First, we're going to start with our salad. And as you can see, we just have a few ingredients. We're going to do some nice organic spring mixed vegetables, some tomatoes, a few eggs, and a couple of apples I threw in there just to give it a little bit of sweetener in the salad. So again, very few ingredients. First, we're going to start with chopping up our tomatoes. And again, you can slice these, you can wedge these, you can dice these. It's all up to you. There's no right or wrong when it comes to what you put in your salad or how you cut it. I like to have my tomatoes diced, so we're going to go ahead and dice these up nice and chunky so that you have a nice bit of tomato pretty much in every bite. And then as you can see, I've already chopped up the apples. I only use like 2 apples. I want to sprinkle a little bit of lemon juice over the apples to prevent it from turning brown. That way we have nice and white, crispy, sweet apples in our salad. And again, we want it in every single bite. I'm going to mix that around a little bit. Make sure the lemon juice coats each piece. And that way we have a nice, pretty salad and nothing turning brown in our salad. So for some reason, I like to just dump it on our little platter here because I like the way it looks. You don't have to do this, of course, but I just wanted to show you that we now have our apples and we now have our tomatoes, and then I'm going to dice up the eggs. There it is. Okay, so I boiled about 4 eggs that I'm going to dice up nice and finely to put in there. As you can see, I'm just going to start chopping those up. Again, you can slice these, you can wedge these. It's all up to you how you want to eat it in your salad. I like all of my things sort of chopped up in there. So here it is all chopped up, nice and finely. And then as you can see now, we have a beautiful spring salad. I love all the colors in this salad. It's already pre-made for you. You do need to rinse it off to get off any residue. But it's a beautiful salad, pretty much already made. You just add whatever toppings you want on there. And for us, we did the eggs, tomatoes, and apples. Again, you can add as many toppings as you want or as little toppings as you want. It's all up to you. So we're going to put our salad aside in the refrigerator. And while that's cooling, we're going to work on our pasta. So we're going to take about 2 quarts of water and we're going to start a pot of boiling water. We're going to add some oil, a little bit of salt, just to give it some flavor and make sure the noodles don't stick. And we're also going to add, get a skillet. We're going to start on our meat. I am going to add a little bit of shredded meat to this dish just because my husband wants meat in his pasta this time. So I'm going to add a little bit of oil because I'm trying to soften up the meat. It's shredded chicken breast, and I want to kind of soften it up. To me, it's a little bit too coarse and too dry. So we're going to add a little bit of oil to the pan, kind of saute it around. As you can see, here's our shredded chicken. I did sort of pre-season it. This chicken I didn't cook myself. It's pre-made because, you know, we're trying to hurry up in the kitchen. So this chicken is pre-made. I forget the name, but I will put it in the link. It's really delicious. And so I'm going to kind of recook it or whatever. I think it's kind of pre-cooked, but I'm going to cook it some more. And then I'm going to add a little bit of vegetable broth in here. I'm trying to make it really juicy and tender. So when we add it to the pasta, it just sort of blends in there really, really well. So I'm showing you guys my new little tongues that I got with the rubber tips. I like those because they don't scratch the bottom of your pans and they don't scratch off that non-stick surface. So I'm really happy with these tongues. So here's the vegetable broth I'm going to add in here. And this was so good in this chicken. I'm going to buy this shredded chicken again and again because it's very light. It's not too chunky. It adds just the right amount of, I'm going to say, heartiness to your pasta. It can be, so now we have like a chicken, you know, pasta that I didn't really even plan for. So I'm going to cover that, let that simmer for a bit, and we'll come back to it. Now our water is boiling, so we're going to go ahead and put in our macaroni. I probably added in about 2 cups, I'm going to say, which is going to make a large amount of pasta salad. We're going to stir that around because we make sure that none of the pasta is sticking together. So I think that's okay. I think we're going to be okay there. That's just going to boil for a bit. And now we're going to check on our meat. Our meat is coming along just fine. It's simmering really well. As you can see the red pepper flakes in there. You know we like things spicy over here. Okay, so now we're going to chop up our green items, our little produce that's going to go into the pasta. So we got some cilantro, some serrano peppers, a bell pepper, and some green onions. And again, very few items, y'all, very few ingredients to chop up. We're trying to get in and out of the kitchen as fast as possible with the most delicious meal as possible. So you can see all of our ingredients here. We got some garlic. We got some shredded Parmesan cheese. Our base will be the sour cream. And we got some black eyed peas. Thank God I did not add the black eyed peas. I was thinking about it, but I think I replaced it with the shredded chicken, and I'm happy that I did. We're going to season it with a little bit of garlic, a little bit of cayenne pepper, because we want it to be nice and peppery. I don't know why we like things hot. I think because my husband's from Nigeria, and you know they eat a lot of hot stuff. A little bit of black pepper and a little bit of salt. Not too much salt. Okay. So now we have everything already diced up. We got all of our cilantro, our peppers, our green onions, and pretty much we're ready to go. This is going to be a dump, and you're all good to go. So now our spaghetti, I'm sorry, not spaghetti, our macaroni is done. We've rinsed it off. It's nice and ready to go. I like to season my pasta a little bit before I add all the ingredients because I think you got to give flavor to the pasta before you add the ingredients because it's kind of hard to give flavor to pasta for some reason. So I like to season it. We got a little Cajun seasoning, a little salt and pepper that I use in the pasta before I add all the ingredients. I'm going to just mix everything around in there. Again, some more cayenne pepper. Just a little bit in there. A little bit of garlic, salt. Oh, it's actually like granulated garlic. So it's not really a garlic salt. It's more like just a nice flavorful garlic powder. And then we're also going to add some crushed garlic as well. Can't go wrong with too much garlic. Now we're going to add our trusted sour cream. I'm so mad because I actually threw away a whole carton of sour cream because we didn't realize we hadn't opened it yet. Ridiculous. So anyway, our sour cream, Blend that around a little bit. Make sure you get the noodles all coated in there. And then we're going to add all of our little peppers and onions. We're going to just dump that in there. And again, you can do this according to your taste. Like, you don't have to use all of the, you know, produce that you cut up. You can put a little, you can put a lot. You kind of go by what your taste buds are saying. You kind of dictate, let the taste buds dictate to you. So now that those are all, you know, dumped in there, we're going to stir that around a little bit. Okay, now that we've got the sour cream base already stirred up in there, we're going to add our delicious shredded chicken. And you can see how juicy and tender that looks. And that's also have a lot of flavor in it as well. So, you know, with very few ingredients, you can still have a lot of flavor to any dish. It doesn't mean you have to have a bunch of, you know, seasonings and cut up items in there. You'd like, I've used very little onions, very little bell peppers, but this is really going to have a lot of flavor and be really delicious. So now that I've plated this pasta and the salad, I'm going to top it off with a little bit of the grated Parmesan cheese. Just put a little bit on top, as much as you like. That looks so good. I love it. I think it's delicious. So now I have a special treat at the end. I'm going to tell you guys. I invited a friend of mine over, my best friend, one of my best friends over. She brought her daughter's mother-in-law with her, which I had never met. And so because I had made this dish for the first time, I thought, perfect, I'll let them both try it and they can give me their honest opinion. You know, it's right off the cuff. It wasn't rehearsed. And it's hilarious when you see how these, especially my best friend, you'll see her reaction is crazy because, you know, your best friends, they always got your back. So you'll see how she reacts to trying this dish out for the very first time.
Oh my God! You would. Oh my God! This is so good, girl. This is delicious.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's not too spicy, and the textures are good. I like the crunch of the bell peppers because I don't like cooked peppers. So this is a nice surprise.
Great. Thank you so much.